Local police are reminding residents that they must get a permit before holding a party on public streets.
One more day of wet weather across East Alabama, then a dry spell ahead. We'll have the complete forecast for all of East Alabama coming up. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wedowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Mike Stedham. Anniston police are seeking help in locating a runaway juvenile. Police say Desmond Wolf was last seen wearing all black clothing. Anyone with information about Wolf's location is asked to call 911 or the Anniston Police Department at 256-238-1800. Lincoln police said Wednesday that they've seen social media promotions for an unsanctioned street party this weekend. Officials remind the public that unauthorized events that breach the peace, obstruct public roadways, or disrupt community order will result in enforcement actions. Police say they've learned about plans for a gathering known as the Family Hood Day Affair Lincoln Day Edition, scheduled for Saturday on or near 2nd Avenue. The department says that it supports family-friendly activities, but warns that it will enforce local laws against violations such as unauthorized street closures, violations of city noise ordinances, public intoxication, or disorderly conduct, and operation of unlicensed food trucks or vendors. Officers from the Lincoln Police Department will be present in the area to monitor activity and ensure compliance with those laws. Tow trucks and additional enforcement equipment will be on standby to address violations as necessary. Officials encourage residents to obtain proper permits and coordinate with the City of Lincoln before organizing any public gatherings. And they say the department invites open dialogue with members of the community who are interested in promoting this event to help ensure the health and safety of all involved. More information is available from Deputy Police Chief Neil Fettner or the city's website or by calling 205-763-4064. The Coosa Riverkeeper has scheduled a cleanup project for Snow Creek in Oxford this Saturday morning. That joint effort will be coordinated by the Riverkeeper and Junk Buckets. It starts at 8 Saturday morning at 489 Recreation Drive in Oxford, and it should last about 2 hours. Riverkeeper officials say they'll provide all the materials needed by volunteers. Anyone who wants to help with the work is asked to sign up on the Riverkeeper's webpage. One local municipal economy grew substantially during the past fiscal year, and we'll have the details when we return.
Spring into freshness at WM. Celebrate the season with our bountiful selection of farm fresh produce. From juicy berries to crisp greens, taste the flavors of spring at WM. Visit us today and let the freshness bloom in every bite.
Hi, I'm Mary Beth from CARES Direct Primary Care. Do you want convenient 24/7 access to health care? We're available in person, by text, phone, and video visit. Sooner or later, we all get sick. A quick trip to an ER or urgent care can quickly add up to more than the cost of 1 year's membership of Direct Primary Care. If you have a high deductible, you can quickly burn through that before your insurance activates. Join CARES DPC today.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
Anniston city officials reported today that the city saw substantial economic progress in fiscal 2024 with significant increases in business activity, construction investment, and municipal revenue. The latest data represent some of the strongest growth seen in recent years and reflect a broader trend of sustained economic resilience and expansion. According to reports gathered by city departments, new business licenses in Anniston rose sharply in 2024, increasing by 61.35% over the previous year. A total of 618 licenses were issued, a notable acceleration in entrepreneurial activity that reflects heightened confidence in Anniston's local economy. Since 2020, the number of business licenses has increased by 291.14%, more than tripling over a 4-year span. Construction investment in Anniston reached a record-setting $57.24 million in fiscal 2024. That's up from $41.11 million in fiscal 2023, or a 39.27% increase. This is the highest single-year gain on record, and it reflects strong development activity in both the residential and commercial sectors. Compared to 2020, last year's figure represents a 295% increase. Anniston's financial indicators continue to trend upward as well, reflecting a stable and growing fiscal foundation. General fund revenues have grown over 32% since fiscal year 2015. Sales tax revenues have increased by 38.14% over that same period, rising from $20.4 million in fiscal 2015 to $28.18 million in fiscal 2024. City officials say these data reflect more than isolated gains. They speak to the strength of Anniston's strategic planning, business environment, and infrastructure investment. The full schedule has been announced for the 2025 Heritage Festival that will take place on Saturday, June 21st in Anniston's Zen Park. From 2 p.m. until 10 p.m., that free festival will present a full lineup of R&B, gospel, Southern soul, and community tributes. Featured performers include H-Town, Sir Charles Jones, and West Love. The family-friendly event is an annual Juneteenth tradition in downtown Anniston, drawing between 5,000 and 8,000 attendees to celebrate freedom, culture, and community through music and fellowship. People interested in VIP passes and sponsorship opportunities may call the organizers at 256-241-7164 or 256-454-2724. When we return, we'll tell you about some local job opportunities that are opening up.
This spring and summer, get it done right with Oxford Lumber, your hometown partner for projects big or small. From refreshing your garden to upgrading your outdoor space, we've got everything you need. Check out our full garden center and gear up on our Stihl showroom, chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, and more. Ready to grill? We've got Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone to fire up the fun. Since 1985, Oxford Lumber has been built on tradition and focused on you. Visit us today at any of our 5 locations: Oxford, Roanoke, Talladega, Jacksonville, and Lincoln. Oxford Lumber, where you're treated like family.
Welcome to Buster Miles Kia in Anniston, where we're dedicated to serving you with honesty and care. Whether you're shopping for a new or used car or need service, we're here to make it easy and stress-free. Visit us today at Buster Miles Kia, where great cars and family values come together. Buster Miles Kia, your trusted hometown dealership.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Metal Buildings, custom metal buildings built right here in Anniston.
The City of Anniston is looking for part-time employees at 2 of its municipal facilities. The Anniston Museum and Gardens is taking applications for a part-time educational interpreter. The base pay is $13.56 per hour, and applications are due by June the 10th. Meanwhile, the Anniston Aquatic Center is looking for part-time lifeguards. The base pay ranges from $11.15 to $14.28 per hour. Those applications are due by June the 22nd. Families and individuals are invited to bring their bicycles to the Wiggins Community Center on West 17th Street in Anniston on Saturday for a fun road ride challenge hosted by the center's Youth Bike Club. Registration starts at 9 that morning, followed by a family-friendly ride along a scenic road route. The last leg of the challenge will be a 1.5 mile to 3 mile trail ride. Refreshments will be served at the end of that ride. The cost is $10 per rider. For more information, you may call the Wiggins Community Center 256-231-7628. Well, dry and weekend are words that have not been put together in the same sentence for several weeks now, but that may soon be about to change. John Holder is standing by in the Pool Doctor Weather Center with the details.
Mike, indeed this weekend we are going to have a beautiful, dry, sunshiny weekend for once. We're going to have the complete weekend forecast for all of East Alabama next.
EAN News would like to thank all our commercial sponsors. Go check out our sponsors' links in the description below. This segment of EAN Local Weather is brought to you by Pool Doctor Custom Pools in Jacksonville. Personal, professional, quality.
Well, you see a lot of wet streets on Quintard Avenue in Anniston. Our EAN weather cam capturing the wet streets and the rainfall today across East Alabama. John Holder in with you in the Pool Doctor Weather Center today with all the clouds, no sunshine, a lot of rainfall out there. Temperatures today 10 degrees below the average. And typically we're at 84 degrees, only 74 today. Temperature just didn't move much today. 69 for the low this morning, so only a 5-degree difference between the low this morning and the high this afternoon with all the clouds and the sunshine. We are going to have a brief break in the action, so to speak, coming up tonight. We're dropping down to 62 degrees. Rain chance basically 0 tonight under partly cloudy skies. But that is going to change tomorrow. We've got another round of showers and a few thunderstorms making their way across East Alabama, mainly in the morning hours tomorrow. 9 a.m. tomorrow, rain, 65 degrees. More rain by lunchtime with a high at 72 degrees. But here's the good news. By tomorrow afternoon, we might even see some sunshine. Certainly the rain will be out of here. The high tomorrow at 78 degrees about 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And that 3 o'clock reading, that is a preview of the kind of weather that we're going to have for the weekend. Speaking of the weekend, here's the 7-day forecast for all of East Alabama. A 90% chance of rain tomorrow, but then we go from 90 to 0. No chance of rain at all on Saturday. After this front moves through tomorrow afternoon, we will have low humidity and dew point values. The high on Saturday, 80 degrees, plenty of sunshine. Look at that morning low on Saturday. For the last day of May, 55 degrees, not too bad. We'll be in the upper 50s again Sunday morning. Again, this chance of rain Sunday is really less than 20%. A small disturbance moving through that could set off a few very isolated showers Sunday. No big deal. Most of the day will be rain-free. High again will be in the lower 80s. And then next week, as we begin the month of June, get ready for some June-type weather across East Alabama. High pressure builds in. That means two things: dry weather and warmer weather. We're going to be in the mid-80s by Monday. upper 80s Tuesday, upper 80s Wednesday. Our next chance of rain after what we're going to see really coming up tomorrow. Widespread rain chances will be next Thursday. Pretty hefty chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon with a high at 86 degrees and those nighttime lows from the 50s through the 60s to the upper 60s in about a week. It is going to feel just like the first week of June for the first week of June coming up next week. Well, for the first time in a long time, there was actually a official tornado in the city limits of Anniston last week. A lot of damage in Blue Mountain, out on Parkwood Drive, up on McClellan Boulevard, Noble Street. A couple of images we want to show you here from the official storm report from the National Weather Service survey crew down in Birmingham. They came in and surveyed this. Here's the first thing. This is the radar here. This is showing at the time the tornado was occurring, just south of Sachs, mainly through Blue Mountain. And you can see here, that is what it looked like. Now, as far as the velocity, as far as the winds, what we look for is you look for red and green next to each other in a very tight couplet, what we would call a couplet. Well, here it is. That's the tornado right there, just to the southwest of Sachs, about 2 miles southwest of Sachs, about a mile southeast of Blue Mountain. Now, the National Weather Service office in Birmingham, they give actual names to the tornadoes. They call this the Sachs tornado, but for all intents and purposes, this really was the, I guess you would call this the Blue Mountain tornado. That was the area that was most affected as this crossed out on Bynum Leatherwood Road north of Lloyd's Chapel Church, came across Parkwood Drive, right through the heart of Blue Mountain, and ended just before 431 up on McClellan Boulevard in Anniston. So that was what we were looking at as far as the velocity couplets. Now, let's look at the path of this thing. We mentioned the path in the green. This is the length and the width of the tornado. As you can see, actually began right out here on the very edge of Pelham Range, crossed Bynum Leatherwood Road. The widest point was about 1,000 feet, and there's where it was at its widest point, coming right through Blue Mountain. Then it narrowed as it ended just right there across from McClellan Boulevard on the north end of town, crossing Noble Street, had a lot of damage there. That's the official path that they found, the path of the width and length of the Sachs tornado, actually the Blue Mountain tornado, from the folks at the National Weather Service. I will be back here tomorrow morning with your Friday weather at a glance, and I'll be back here tomorrow night with your Friday weather forecast for the weekend for all of East Alabama. When we come back, we'll have more local news. Mike is coming back next.
At Pool Doctor Custom Pools in Jacksonville, we believe a great pool is where the best memories are made. Family cookouts, sunny afternoons, kids laughing and splashing, it all starts with a pool that's clean, clear, and ready for fun. That's where we come in. From trusted Pentair products to the cutting-edge BeatBot cleaners, plus top quality chemicals and fun accessories, we've got everything you need to keep your pool perfect. Visit Pool Doctor today, where pool care meets family care.
We thank you for watching us today. You'll find us every weeknight on Facebook, YouTube, our website, and Rumble. Go to the platform of your choice and watch our news, sports, and weather coverage whenever it's convenient for you. We'll see you back here Friday for your news on your schedule.